Little different format today. I've been riding for like an hour-ish, give or take a few minutes. Gotta kill some time. Now for like the next 6 months, I'm always gonna have 6 o'clock, 4 p.m. Tuesday and Thursday Zoom calls. So I left around 3:45-ish. And the last time I looked at my phone, like 20 minutes ago, 15-20 minutes ago, maybe a little longer, maybe a little less, it was 4:30. So I've just been cruising around. Decided I would wait to film at some random juncture, as I just did, using my new backpack. I didn't fill it up with water yet, but it does have the bladder and the drinking hose, so I'm hoping it's good. The lady that I got it from didn't say yay or nay about the water part, but she replied to me right after I left when I said I'd be on the way, and I saw it a little bit after I got home because my notifications didn't show me I had a new email on that account, and she said it worked great still, so I'm guessing it may be the water aspect, or maybe just the whole thing in general, since she used it for hiking but has kids now, so times are changed. I was glad I saw the listing when I did, because I've wanted one for a while, several years, so to get one free, that's cool, whether the water part works or not. If it does, that's great. If not, still cool. Perfect size for a day like today. Just toss all my tools in and then leave. Oh, and my phone and my GoPro. Everything fit with a few more compartments. Whether I use them or not, still had some area for a few other things. Also, I could use the area where the water bladder goes as a storage compartment. Didn't today, but the option's there. Don't know how big the bladder gets since I haven't filled it up, but if I didn't fill it up and wanted or needed a little more storage space, options there. Haven't came through here in like a year, maybe 6 months, if not longer. I've only came through here a few times. It's not on my normal route. I try to do different routes whenever I ride, but sometimes I just instinctively go here or there. Also depends on if I'm just riding like I am today to get out, get air, kill some time, or if I have to package, if I have anything to drop off, that factors into where I go as well. Majority of the time. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I'll plan around it and I'll go wherever first, then I'll drop off the package, or I'll go after I drop off the package or packages. I need to fix my shoelace up here since I'm about to go downhill. I'm liking the backpack so far. Perfect size, like I said, as I was hoping. That's what I was hoping. It was still available when I had contacted her, since it looked like from the pictures it was right up the alley of what I was wanting, for it to be a little bit smaller than my Jan Sport, which it is, but it still has compartments. There's compartments with compartments, like muscles inside of muscles on top of muscles, compartments inside of compartments. So storage, even though it's smallish, doesn't skimp on the compartments, which is good for hiking and cycling for me, but I have the choice to use it for either. Gotta tie my shoe. I thought it just was weird, but it came loose. That was just one side. Dang, I hate being tall and bending over, especially because with the camera on. All right. It was kind of cold earlier, but then out of nowhere, in the early few hours before I left, it warmed up. I had to change out of the lounge pants I had on because I was just sitting there with this shirt on I'm wearing now and the pants, and I was all hot and bothered. I also hadn't opened my window that much. It was open a little bit, however much I had it from when I went to sleep. I don't like to sleep unless it's super rainy or super cold or both. I prefer to keep it open if I can, but sometimes I'll sleep with it closed, but rarely. So yes, I hadn't opened it, and if I did, it wasn't that much from last night, so it's a little stuffy in my room. So weird, it's doing it again. I haven't had it stopped on me in like a month. Somewhere from 2 to 6 weeks, maybe less, maybe more than 6. But the second video I did yesterday was 44 minutes, and it stayed on the whole time, and it just turned off. Not a big deal, it's just I don't get why it does that. It just randomly decides it'll stop recording, and there it goes. It stopped again as I said that. I said it randomly stops recording, and then 2 seconds later it stops. Weird. I jinxed it. Very weird though that it'll go minutes, I mean 20 to 60 minutes, and it won't do it, but then randomly it will. Anywhere less 20 minutes, a few seconds to 20 minutes doesn't make sense at all. Not a biggie, just weird that it's so inconsistent. There's such large gaps between staying on and turning off. Very odd indeed. Not sure what to do now, especially since I feel better. Hopefully it doesn't get too chilly. I debated on bringing my hoodie, but I didn't grab it on accident. I just forgot once I was getting ready. Thought about it a little bit before when I was laying in bed resting, since I have short shorts on. I don't know how that'll go. Trying to not go anywhere, even though I'd like to ride there. trying to stay away from the places that I know that are by the water, or if they're not by the water, maybe prone to wind. I mean, that's anywhere, but you know how it can be. Some areas more than others, depending what side of city you're on and what time of day it is. But it varies daily also. I've been a fan of having the brake. It has came in handy this week. I thought I was gonna get chased again when I was out for like 10 or 15 minutes at the beginning of the ride, because there was this bull, I think it was American Bulldog, or maybe American Bulldog Pit Bull, or Pit Bull, I don't know, somewhere in the Pit Bull, Bulldog, Staffordshire family tree, and it was looking kind of upset, I guess, maybe confused. And then I passed it, and then I think it started coming at me because there's two cars, but it didn't come at me in a scary, frightening kind of way. It just kind of galloped towards me pretty slow, but I just left it alone since I didn't see any I didn't notice any tags on the collar, but it was loose by some houses, so I figured maybe someone knew it, maybe a neighbor or the owners might pop up. Definitely a chill dog. But now, ever since that German Shepherd came at me, I'm more apprehensive. I usually don't consort with dogs walking, just because I never know. Since any dog, any size, any breed, they can snap so quick. It's just more of a trait that in a certain dog they'll have some kind of composure. Definitely, like I said yesterday, not afraid of dogs. I've had a few. I'm just erring on the side of caution now. Anytime, like I did yesterday. Or the day before, maybe 2 days ago. Hard to remember, so close to my house. I help you, puffer jacket guy. Ooh. Obviously I haven't fixed my bike yet, it's still squeaky. I did check though, and it wasn't my cranks, but I could tell at least. They seem fine, but it still could be. But I did check on Tuesday, or Tuesday after I came back, or yesterday morning before I left the house, one of them, or both. So it could just be the front end, I'm not sure. It keeps coming and going, so I haven't put much effort. It went away most of today. It was actually gone before I started recording, and I think most of yesterday was coming and going, or it left for the most part. But it's come back. I think it came and gone before I started recording. Been out too long to remember, because I wasn't really putting attention to it outside of listening in case it happened. somewhere on here they did some, this is the street I said yesterday, I think in that video, or the one before, that they did some, when I was talking about 13 reasons why at the Mexican food place I just passed. This is the street. They did some other, they blocked it off for a few blocks, and they did something, maybe some walking scenes down the sidewalk. Don't know. Not sure. I still haven't watched the show. Not a huge Selena Gomez fan, but she seems nice enough. Don't know her. She seems fun though. I've watched a little bit of her baking here and there, and her show with Martin Short and Steve Martin. I thought about watching that. It looks interesting. Since she's a few years younger than me, not really in my, I don't want to say wheelhouse, but not really my expertise, I guess. Why'd I go this way? I don't want to go up this hill.